We call it kite therapy. So if you're having a rough day at work, you go out and fly the kites and you're focusing on flying the kites, and all of a sudden the frustrations go up the kite lines and blow away.
Nestled halfway between Los Angeles and San Francisco, you'll find Morro Bay, California. Population 10,779. It is an idyllic, windswept seaside village just off the Pacific Coast Highway. It's home to beautiful coastal parks, expansive ocean vistas, and some of the best wind anywhere in America.
I'm Dylan Thuras reporting for Atlas Obscura, and this is Small Town, Big Story.
So our two-line kites are in this section. I believe the delta wing kite is the choice for you. My name is Sean Farmer, and my wife Lori and I are the founders of the Morro Bay Kite Festival, which started in 2007. They say that the winds here in Morro Bay are some of the best winds for kite flying.
I have only ever flown the classic,
Okay.
like
Yes.
a child's
Right,
kite.
right.
Is this harder to fly than something like that?
It is harder to fly than the traditional kite,
Okay.
but a lot more fun. At the Kite Festival, you have kites from $5 to $5,000. People that fly kites are a different breed. They love to share with you. They want to let you fly. They want to tell you about their kites.
There's dual line kites, there's single line kites,
There's Delaportas, there's box kites,
Traction kites,
Rakakus,
gliders,
there's the inflatables.
mini kites, paragliding kites,
fighter kites.
power kites.
I can't. That makes my head hurt.
Mark and Janet Loomis, they've been coming to the festival since its inception. They are quite a duo.
My name's Mark Lummis,
My name's Jeanette Lummis.
and together we fly kites individually and as a pair and sometimes as a team. You've got your two lines, you have one in each hand, and we're going to pull them back in a hurry together. Once it's up, steering the kite is basically pull back on the right to go right, pull back on the left to go left.
Yeah.
So we're going to do sit up
Okay.
and pull. Ooh. Turn. 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 Turn.
Wow.
All right, so the way that we got into kites really was kind of my fault. I discovered a kite shop in our town. Didn't even know they had those. So I ended up buying a small kite and enjoying flying it. But I wanted to buy something bigger, but they were a bit expensive for me. So I ended up deciding that I would make one.
I literally would come home and he would be sat at our dining room table, covered in material. I thought he was a little bit crazy, but then one day I came home from work and he'd made one especially for me. And that's when I got hooked on kite flying. This weekend, we will purely be doing ballets. So flying things that are choreographed tightly to music.
We don't really call it professional because, obviously we don't get paid to do it, but there are a group of people around the world who have, like us, put a lot of time and passion into learning to fly. As those people, you get lucky enough to do a couple of things. You can be in competition, and then there's also events like this one where it's about entertaining the audience.
I am trying to learn how to fly a kite ballet. Theoretically, I may be participating in some kind of dance, but I'm gonna need to learn how to actually fly a kite before I'm able to do any kind of special movement at all.
Okay, it's up. Pull your left hand back very slightly, that's it.
Oh,
Right hand back a bit.
oh boy.
That's it, good save.
Okay.
Right hand. Other right.
Wah.
There we are.
No! I'm getting there. It's it's not as relaxing as everyone makes it out to be.
Nice. That's it. Nice. It will slow it down so it will come to the ground gently. So walk forward now. Nice. So deliberately down to the ground. See?
Yeah.
That's great.
All right, that was not
great.
terrible. I felt
was
okay
great.
about that. I was doing those little loops on purpose.
That was a lot of control.
That felt great. I think if the ballet has like a very short part at the beginning, if they want one kite to go up, spiral, and come back down, I think we should just choreograph kind of around that. Like I'll be sort of like this chaos agent among slow beauty. So I'm coming out here with Sean to build what's called a tetrahedral kite. When I found out we were going to this kite festival, I was like, I gotta try and make a little tetrahedral kite. This will be my first time.
This will be my first time.
Oh, good.
Too, Dylan. Yes. So we'll do this together.
All right, ready?
Here you go. Go.
It's working. No. I see we have a structural issue. This is attempt number 2. It got in the air a little bit, but it didn't really fly, technically.
Do you think by Sunday you're gonna get it in the air?
Oh, I'm getting that tetrahedral kite in the air. It's going in the air. Tonight, they're gonna be flying a bunch of LED kites up into the sky. I'm gonna meet with Tony, and he's gonna show me various different kites and how to fly them, and so I'm hoping I get one up in the air.
So I've got a couple of small little Delta kites. I've already got one set up on the beach,
Cool.
and I want your help to set up a second one.
All right.
My name is Tony Jetland. I live in Martinez, California. The one I need is that yellow one way back there.
Uh-huh.
You gotta climb over them, Dylan.
You got a lot of kites in here.
Yeah.
Ah, this is what you're looking for.
That's the one I'm looking for.
That's the one you're looking for.
Okay, now I need the red one. That's the red one.
There you go.
Thank you, Dylan.
How many kites you got in here?
Roughly 18, maybe 19. I didn't scratch my collection at home.
How many kites do you have?
Last time I counted, a little over 350.
Oh, what do you even do with 350 kites?
You look out and you're going, cool, those are really cool. It's probably the largest individual kite collection in the United States. I was going through Pier 39, found a 2-line sport kite, fell in love with the idea of being able to control this kite, fly around the sky. Started going to festivals. Usually there's always these large inflatable show kites. I'm going, that's the next level of where I want to be. It gives you this sense of accomplishment, especially if you're making your own kites. You say, I made this. I succeeded. I got something that flies. I've flown literally all over the world, attending festivals in China, Dubai, India, Saudi Arabia. Just got back from Qatar. I'm proud to say I've been part of putting smiles literally on hundreds of thousands of people. What I hope to inspire other people to do, stop doing this and start doing that. Top button is on.
Okay, this top one?
Look at him.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead.
Yeah! Yeah!
Pull! Guy asked me the other day, walks up to me and says, you flying a kite? I said, no, I'm fishing for birds.
You know, there are times in your life when you ask yourself, whose idea was this? Is it mine? I'm gonna attach a kite to my person, put my feet on a board, and try and let it pull me across the waves. We're going kiteboarding.
Yeah.
Good to meet you. How you doing?
Doing good, how about yourself?
I'm a little nervous, if I'm totally honest with you. How long have you been doing this for? How long have you been
I've
kite
been
surfing?
kiting for about 20 years now.
Oh, cool. Is this a good place to get into that?
Oh yeah, it's great. You know, when there's wind, it blows pretty hard. Let's give it a shot. There you go. And then left. Good. Keep that bar out.
Whoa! There's a lot of power in these kites. Yeah!
Nice.
That felt good!
A successful day as a kiteboarding instructor is, you know, just seeing a smile on someone's face. You feel like Neptune almost. You're just above the water. You can kind of see everything. You basically become one with the kite. Okay, get that kite back at 12.
Okay.
A little bit more to your left. Rotate, rotate, rotate. All the way to 12 again. Keep it coming back up. Oh. I think Dylan will get up today. He's got some athletic ability, so that's definitely helpful. Okay, push out again, and left. Okay, go. Yes! You got it! It was about 3.5 feet. Good job, Dylan.
Thank you. That was awesome. If I didn't have to go perform in this kite ballet, I would be surfing down this beach by the afternoon. It's crazy to be going from this to like a totally different kind of high stakes kite performance. Big day, big day.
I stressed all night about the weather, that we were going to have no wind. My dreams were of kites on the beach and not on the sky. The wind is perfect. We have probably a 6 to an 8 mile an hour wind. The sky is full of kites.
I am about to perform my kite ballet with Mark and Jeanette. At this point, after being like pulled across the beach by like a giant, enormous, crazy kite, I mean, it can't go that bad. If I keep the kite in the air, it'll be a massive success.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Morro Bay Kite Festival is pleased to present for the first time together ever 3 world-class talents, Mark Lummis, Jeanette Lummis, and Dylan Thuras.
Oh, yeah. This is why you're professional. Thanks. A couple launches, but that last little bit was okay.
Number 1 rule, take off on the music, land on the music. You need both.
Whatever happens in between, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
What is it that keeps making us try and fly things as human beings? I'm not sure, but for me, I enjoy the fact that it does feel like you've managed to do something that you can't do yourself. Being able to harness the wind and harness nature to some degree, it feels very satisfying.
Kites for me are a way to forget about your stress in your life. That feeling you get when that kite's flying in the air and you're just relaxing on the beach, waves are crashing against more rock, the birds are flying by, all of it is very soothing.
When you see a bird out there, you're just like, man, that just seems so peaceful. What does it see up there? And that's the cool thing about kiting. It's a 3-dimensional sport. You're not limited to just the ground and the ocean. I think flying in general gives us a new perspective of where we're at in the planet.
The Kite Festival is it's a place where you take this very simple thing, this child's toy, as a lot of people think about it, and explore all of the different ways that you can make it beautiful, exciting, dangerous. If you come here, you're gonna fall in love. You're gonna fall in love both with Morro Bay and with kites. It's impossible not to. It's so close. We basically, this counts. Mission achieved.